What's up, FinFam? Just kind of having some early morning thoughts after seeing some things on YouTube and going through some things. I don't think I ever really addressed the Ramsey thing too much. I don't really see why I would until something happens. But I'm going to give you some thoughts of how I think this season's being overlooked and this whole Ramsey and how I view it. So, if you like it, if you like my video, go ahead and like, share, subscribe, whatever you got to do. I would love to have you as part of the crew. Biggest thing I see. Okay, so every outlet, all these guys like on the AFC Roundtable and all them, they're all talking out their butts. They're doing everything. Oh, the Jets are gonna be, the best team in the league, and it's like, okay, how did the Aaron Rodgers thing do for you? All right, now you got Justin Fields. It's basically an equal move there. You're not really moving the needle too much. I mean, you got a new head coach, great. So even more problems because now you gotta change a lot of things, and now you gotta hope that it all clicks fast. And same with the Patriots, right? Oh my God, they're the best thing now because they went and they spent a crap ton of money and bought all these people and threw them on a team and said, hey, we're gonna win now. That doesn't mean you're gonna win. Sorry. That just means you have a great team. You just need to get it all put together, and I don't think that's going to happen until about week 5 or 6, and at that point it's probably going to be too late, especially with having a mediocre coach. He's not that great, and your quarterback's on his second year. I don't see it yet. Give it about a year or two, and Patriots, you may have a chance. Bills are going to do their thing. We already know what's going to happen with them, but everybody in their right mind is saying the Dolphins are going to be having a terrible year, and they're so bad compared to last year, and this and that, and I just don't see it. I think we're as good, if not better, of a team than we were last year, and I'll explain to you why. Okay, quarterback. Okay, we got Tua. Tua actually will have a good season this year. I guarantee you, he's not going to let his career end right now by having an injury or put himself in harm's way. He knows what's resting on this season. If he does not complete this season at least 15 games and gets into the playoffs and probably get us a win, he ain't going to be our quarterback next year. And he knows that. He's been warned. He needs to get his injuries in check, stuff like that. So I foresee him actually having a solid year like 2022, or was it? I think it's 2023. Whatever year it was, he threw for the passing yards. I'm having an early morning blank in my head right now, but either who, I think he's going to do a great season. All right, but now we have a backup in Zach Wilson, and also we have our rookie that we drafted who's going to do very well. I think that people overlook Zach Wilson. There's been times where if you watch him, sometimes he does have those games where it's like, okay, wow. For instance, I believe it was like last year, year before when year before last year when he was on the Jets. He played probably the best game against the Chiefs team that I've seen and got whooped. And it wasn't really whooped, but he lost last second. And he put up good numbers. He was doing well against the Chiefs team. So he has potential. I see, he's working with some coaches. He's working with Mike McDaniel. He's getting his feet under him. I can see him doing very well in this offense only because we don't have anybody that can really create out a structure. I know this is a structured offense, but could you imagine if something breaks down and the O-line has a problem or whatever, and now we have a guy that can run out of pocket and find a way to get the ball downfield still at this, at a late time, or whatever we have to do to get the ball to Hill or Waddle. I think Zach Wilson can get it done. I'm not saying he's going to not throw interceptions or make bad mistakes. I think he will still have some, but I really think people are overlooking how good this kid actually could be. His athletic ability is really good. He's just got to learn the whole mental aspect and get it to like more of a structure, which, like I said, I think the out of structure situation is better for us. We had Tyler Huntley last year, and it kind of worked out in our favor. It's just Tyler Huntley had a short term to figure out everything and learn the playbook. So, I think Zach Wilson's an upgrade to him, and he did well for us last year. I think we can get a better turnout with him. But if that doesn't work out, we got Quinn Ewers, Quinn Ewers is the typical, just like Tua, pocket passer, throws with anticipation, all that good stuff. And he can do everything that Tua pretty much can do. Not at the same level, but he can still get the ball to the players and everything where he needs to. I think quarterback we've upgraded. Okay, if we go to running back, we still have Achane, who You know, he did amazing the last 2 years. He's been a high point of this team, and he's been just a beast, to say the least. Didn't mean to rhyme there. But, you know, I think we got some good backups. You know, we have Wright, who has shown that he's gotten bigger. He's faster, more explosive. You know, he may come in and do well that, you know, we were expecting year one. He might do it now. People are kind of expecting him to blow up this year. I think he's going to have a pretty good, like, 400-yard season, 300-yard season. Nothing crazy because Achane's still going to get a majority of those snaps. And then you, of course, have to split up some stuff between Madison and Ollie Gordon. And both of those two guys are huge additions. You know, nothing against Jalen Wright. He's a very strong player. He can still get to the line just like those guys. But just having the body size that Madison has and that Ollie Gordon has, they're bigger backs. So what that means is those short yard moments last year that we couldn't get the first down, and it'd be like 3rd and 1 or 4th and 1 or whatever. We had to punt it or we just lost the ball. Now we have two guys that are 220, 230, can really hit into the middle, get that 1 or 2 yards. So that's going to be a huge game changer. Not to mention our O-line, which we're about to get into, has gotten better. So I think running back is solid. Probably one of the best running back cores in the league, in my opinion. As far as like what we had to offer each guy. Now, if we go into wide receiver, you know, we still have our Tyreek Hill and our Waddle, and Tyreek sounds like he's rejuvenated himself and wants to come back out and do his thing like the first 2 years, which if he does, that's amazing. Waddle's been on a tear all through the training so far. I think he has something to prove. He knows he's a wide receiver 1. He's taking over next year once Tyreek's out of here, so I think he's ready to come out and do his thing like just like the first year they were together. Excuse me. And then, of course, we picked up Westbrook-Akine, who is a deep threat. He's a 6'2", tall guy. We got Jonnu and him now, so if both of those guys are on the field, now we got 2 big targets and 2 small targets. Got a nice, you know, collective of guys that can be on the field at once, to give more open ability and more shots for Tua to take. So I see that as an upgrade. We have Malik Washington, who is a great returner, but also he's been showing out in camp. He showed out last year and towards the end. He's a great receiver. I think we're going to have good. Plus, we have Todd Washington coming back. We'll see who takes those 5th and 6th spots, but we have a lot of great guys. We got Theo Weiss. We got Andrew Armstrong out of the UDFA class. Both of those guys, I mean, they've shown that they can do well in training. So we'll see who gets those 5th and 6th spots. But that's what happens in the next month or so. But still an upgraded wide receivers, and I like this core a lot better than we've had. So still another upgrade. So upgrade so far. We have not had any downgrades. The first downgrade you have to say, of course, comes from the O-line. So it's kind of like more like a washout, in my opinion. We got rid of one great player, and we got more solid across the line. So I would say it's more of a washout than a loss. So, excuse me, I can't wake up. What I mean by that is, of course, Terran Armstead, you know, he's out of here. He retired. He's done. You know, and it's sad to see that he left us, but, you know, he did a great career. He explained in a interview about 2 weeks ago, you know, he just couldn't do it. His knee just was not able to get through the games as good as he wanted to be. So, you know, thank you for the time, Terran Armstead. If you see this, what up, man? Hope you have a great retirement. You did your thing. Hall of Fame hopefully coming in your future. So we lost Terran Armstead, but Terran Armstead was training Patrick Paul, right? And Patrick Paul was our, second round, I believe, or third round last year. And he played a few games last year. Was he great every single game? No. But was he serviceable for almost all of them? Yes. And I think with just having an extra season under his belt, having more training, he's still training with Armstead, I'm pretty sure, because Armstead was at practice like a few times. So I think even with him retiring, so I think if he's learned from Armstead and he's getting better, I think he'll still be good on that left side. But now we paired up Jonas Savaianaya, or Naya, or however you say it. He's coming in. He's a great piece. He's going to be a beast to protect Tua. Now you got also James, what's his name? the Steeler, James Daniels. He's coming. He's over here now. Of course, we got to see what his injury turns out to be. Is he going to come back and be a beast, or is he going to be a little bit slower? I still think he could probably be serviceable, better than what we've had. What I would do, honestly, is go grab Isaiah Wynn off the FA. I think you can get him, add him in there as a backup. He don't need to be a starter. And yes, he's had injury problems, but if he's just a backup, I think he can still be a great addition, at least give us more security than Eichenberg. But, that's like a $2 million move. I don't know why they haven't done it already. And sure up to the O-line. I think we can add one or two more guys. We'll see what happens. We're trying to figure out what's going on with Ramsey, and that's what I'm about to get into. But, Austin Jackson on that right side's good. James Daniels, you got Brewer in the middle who's doing very well, and he did well with bad guys around him. So imagine if he has great guys around him. I think the O-line's gotten slightly better. So far, positive, slightly better. No negatives. Now we go over to the defensive line. We've gotten better. Does it suck we lost Calais Campbell or whatever? Yes. He was a great player, a great leader. But we picked up Kenneth Grant, my guy. Kenneth Grant is younger. He seems very explosive. He's going to get through the line. Him and Sealer are going to be a great tandem, kind of like Christian Wilkins, but actually better than Christian Wilkins was. So I see this defense is going to be nasty. Because not only do you have that, you got Jordan Phillips, so he's picked up. He's a huge guy. He can get through the line too. We still have Benito Jones and all those guys. And then it's like when we get to those pass rushers, it's nasty. I think we have the best pass rush. So positive. I haven't said anything negative yet, right? No negatives. So this is what I'm trying to get at. Our pass rush is crazy. We have Jalen Phillips coming back. We have Chubb coming back. They're already back. They're already doing their thing in training and stuff. We have Chop, who at the end of last year was the best pass rusher for the second half of the season than anybody in the league. So that tells you. We also have one more. Muhammad Kamara, who can come out and be good. I think pass rush, we are solid. Then when you get into the linebackers or, the guys around them, you got Dotson. Dotson did amazing. He played, 5 games last year and had 4 interceptions. And, he was balling out. So if he has a whole season with us, I don't see why he can't do the same. You got Jordan Brooks, did his thing last year. You got Willie Gay. He's coming from, Kansas City, winning a Super Bowl. Now he's here. I think he's shown in training camp that he's excited. He's ready to kill it. And there's a few other guys, but those are the 3 that I'm just like, wow. So you got upgrade. The whole freaking time I said nothing but upgrades and better. Okay? The only part here, we're going to get safeties. Okay? So we're going to safeties. We got Fontu Melifanu. If he's healthy, he's good. He's good. Okay? But we have a little bit of depth there, too. We got Patrick Morris. We got, I believe Elijah Campbell could jump in that spot. You got, the guy from the Jets, Ashton Davis. You got, we picked up another guy. I forgot his name. But we have a few guys on safety. I think safety is very, very serviceable. I would say it's about a wash as far as from last year to now. So still no negative. About a wash. The only part now I'm getting to is the cornerback room. That's where we're kind of wondering what's going on. And as of right now, there's no negatives. There's none. Because Jalen Ramsey is still on the team. Okay? And until he's out of here, I'm not putting anything on them. Okay? Jalen Ramsey, look, here's where I'm at with Jalen Ramsey, okay? You signed with us. We gave you the biggest amount of money of all cornerbacks to be here. You did well with us, okay? Top 3 at the position and all of your stats and stuff. Great player. But this whole I don't get along with the coach and this and oh my God, I want out of here and above. Is this high school? Are we in high school? Are you the jock that thinks he knows everything, and then you got Daniel being the nerd who wants to help you, but you don't want the help, or what's going on? I really don't care what's going on with it, to be honest with you. I mean, Dan, you have to have some understanding here. You got your best player in here wanting to leave because you and him can't get along. Are we in high school? You are grown men. Grown men. He has a contract with us. Apparently, nobody out here wants to give you the money to get him on their team, or he would got rid of him already, right? So if you already had him seek a trade, can't get anybody to actually pay for him and suit him into somewhere else, why don't you have the moment to go, okay, let's be bigger. Let's be a better men. How about me and Ramsey sit down like men and just talk it out? Okay? And the conversation isn't that hard. All you got to do is say, hey, Ramsey, let me talk to you for 5 minutes. Let's go sit in this room. I just want to run a few things by you, see if we can't work something out between us. Okay? You sit down and say, hey, look, I'm sorry I came off at you at different times. And I know we don't get along very well, right? And I get where you're at, and I understand we aren't like best friends at this point. Okay? But how about this? All right? Nobody here wants to give you the money to get you out of here to go to their team. You are a great player. I want you to stay on our team if we can get something worked out. I would love for you to come in here and do your thing. I'll leave you alone. Okay? I won't pick on you. I won't even mention your name. Okay? All you need to do is come in and do your thing. Can you do that for me? Is there any way that we work something out, you come in and make sure you do your job? Is that it? Okay. Well, here's where I'm at, okay? We may not like each other, and I hope that changes in the future, but this is where I'm at. If I rub you the wrong way, just say, hey, man, I don't like that. I'll back off. I'll do something else, okay? During the games, I don't have to talk to you. You talk to your defensive coordinator. You go sit on the bench. We don't have to have any kind of interactions, all right? But I want you to come out here. You do your thing. You make everybody watch you. You do your thing, okay? And what I can do is guarantee that next year when it's time to get you out of here, as long as you do your production like you're supposed to, and I believe you will, I have enough money in my cap that I could throw you anywhere you want. All right. But for right now, I would love you to be on our team, help our guys. This team's gonna be amazing this year. You see the culture change. You see this, you see that, and just kind of make him understand that, I understand you're mad, I'm mad, we don't like each other, but be big men, be men. We're not in high school. And just work it out. If Tyreek Hill can fall in line and come back on his team after all the crap he pulled, why can't you get something figured out with Ramsey? It don't make sense to me. Did you screw his wife? Did he screw your wife? What happened? That is that bad that you can't sit down and have a 5-minute conversation and just work out some kinks and be like, yo, I won't even bother you. Just do your thing. Come in, do what you know what you're doing. You want to train how you want to train? You train how you want to train, brother. You do you. You're a veteran. You've done this for years. You've been a top 5 in the league for last 10 years. You do your thing, brother. I'll leave you alone. Stay on our team. Help our guys. Help our team win. Next year, I get you out of here with a good pay. Get you going. All right? Boom. Ramsey's here. We have a good there. Then you can take and go restructure a few other contracts, get Sealer paid, get all these guys paid, restructure Chubb, whatever we got to do. And boom, get a little extra money, get us a second cornerback. And even if you don't want to do that, just go shore up our lines a little better. As long as we have Ramsey, we can serviceable with Storm Duck. We can service with Ethan Bonner. We can service with Kader Kohu and all these guys. We can make it happen. And there's no downside. So I went across the whole team. There's no negative. So how are we going to be way worse than we were last year or year before or year for that? We're as good, if not better, than the first 2 years. And we got younger, more explosive, more physical, right? I think we're going to have a better year. I think we're going to make the playoffs, and I think we're going to get our first playoff win in 25 years, to be honest with you. So when people are out here talking out their butt, acting like they know football, and, oh, my team's going to be the best thing since sliced bread, I don't want to hear it until I see it. The Dolphins have been number 2 in this division for the last 5 years. But guess what? Guess what? Eventually, we're going to get to that one spot. And with this team, I think we can. It's optimism. It's fandom. I don't sit here and say my team's going to be trash. That's not my job. Okay? So, either way, I had to get to work, guys. I just wanted to go off on a little rant, let you guys kind of know where I see this team. I don't see us having a bad season. I think we're going to be good to go to the playoffs, and I think we're going to get ourselves a win. Will we go to the Super Bowl? I would hope so and love so, and I would be the most grateful of any fan in this world. But at the same time, I'm not going to put that on our guys. Go do your thing, get to the playoffs, get us one playoff win, and I won't say crap. Okay? And we can build off that for the next years. So, with that being said, guys, like, share, subscribe. Hope you like my take. Other than that, fins up all day, every day. Shout out to Reason. Shout out to Doug Lee. Don't watch TD. Sorry, that guy's a bum. And I'll say that forever. But anyways, have a good day. Bye-bye.